I'm Gupta. I'm the founder and CEO of SmartZip Analytics, based in San Francisco Bay Area. SmartZip, in a nutshell, is about a very targeted listings acquisition system for agents and brokers. But by that, what I mean is we help agents figure out which homeowners are most likely to sell over the next 6 to 12 months. And then we automate all the marketing to those homeowners so that we can put their brand in front of the homeowners in a very consistent way, multi-channel, online, offline, social, and email, so that when the agent actually goes to talk to that homeowner, they have a much better chance of taking them down the funnel and closing them into a listings deal. The key to winning listings, or winning any, growing any business, there's a science aspect to it and there's an art aspect to it, right? So we are providing the science through our technology and through our platform. Now the art piece is left to the agent, but we have a number of processes in place to help the agent hone their art. So for example, we have a dedicated account manager. So every customer gets one person that they can reach out to. In fact, our account manager will reach out to the customer every single week or every month, just to check in with them, make sure that they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, help answer any questions, build up a strategy plan so that they know exactly what this should be done in week number 1, month number 1, and so on and so forth. And then if they have any questions, if they have any software has any bugs, they can reach out to that one account manager. So it's a point person. The other piece is we have built in sort of a client hub on Facebook. It's an online community on Facebook where all of our clients can learn from each other, they can share best practices. And we see a lot of conversations there. We see people like Jay Macklin coming in and talking about, as a broker, how is he using the system? Somebody else chimes in, they either want to learn from him or contribute to his efforts. So the online sharing of community sort of best practices is huge for our customer base. We also have an online support center where we post everything. We post scripts. If you're trying to follow up with a lead, what's the right script for that? What's the right door drop-off collateral pieces? So we have an online sort of portal where we post a lot of these best practices and collaterals and case studies and success stories and video testimonials just to help our clients become better at what they do. So in a nutshell, we use historical information, lots of data, as they call it big data, and what we call predictive analytics. Now predictive analytics is a way to take historical information and try and extract patterns from it to predict the future. Common examples of predictive analytics include Google search, right? When you're searching for something, it starts to predict what you might be looking for. Amazon product recommendations, you're looking for products, starts to recommend what else might you be interested in based on what other people have bought. So similarly, what SmartZip does is goes back in time, maybe 1 to 2, 3, 4 years, looks at over 2,000 data points on every homeowner and the community, and tries and identifies patterns between them. So it's trying to look for common threads, right? So in a neighborhood, for example, it may be a combination of how long people have lived in the house, how much equity they have, how many kids they may have, and what are the age ranges of the kids. What are the school ratings like? Are they going up or down? How is crime in the neighborhood? What kind of loan program are they in? When is the loan maturing or expiring? Combination maybe 10 or 20 factors, but trying to figure that out for a human mind is impossible. And that's where mathematics and statistics comes into play. We look at over 2,000 data points, trying to figure out in a neighborhood at a given time of year, what are the triggers that are making somebody sell their home. So based on that, we take a neighborhood of, let's say, 2,000 homes. We identify the top 20% that have twice as likely chance to sell their house in the next 12 months than everybody else. It's a no-brainer after that, right? So it's a classic 80-20 rule. Instead of focusing your marketing on everybody, you focus on the right 20%, and you sort of blast them with online ads, Facebook ads, your own prospecting efforts, and direct mail, and you'll have a much better return on investment. So we try and make data as actionable as possible and as simple to use, using maps, using ranks and scores, so that for the agent, it's a no-brainer. Putting data into work should become just a natural way of doing the business. Most of our customers are already doing farming of some sort, but they're doing shotgun marketing. They send a postcard to everybody in the neighborhood, or they'll blast everybody with online ads. We're all about targeted marketing. Don't spend your time and money on everybody. Spend it on the people that are most likely to become your customer, and you'll get 5 times the returns. So they have a mapping tool on a mobile app. So as they're walking the farm, the app will tell them that here are the homes that are highlighted. Here are the homes in the top 5%, top 10%, 15 or 20%. And as they're walking the farm, just go hit those homes, drop something off at their house. It's a turnkey system for agents. By that, what I mean is we take all the guesswork out of it. We run the math, we figure out who are the right prospects for them, we automate all the marketing, multi-channel. What the agent needs to do is make sure that they are taking every single one of those 20% targets and bringing them into the sphere of influence. So the last mile, which is the agent's job, trying to get that homeowner to become a very hot prospect for them, That we cannot help with, and that's where the agent comes into play. They've got to go and make sure that they build relationships with every single one of those targets and bring them into the fold, cultivate that relationship so that when that homeowner is ready to list a house, they think of that agent as the number one sort of agent to list with. So in a nutshell, we're all about helping agents focus their efforts on the right targets, give them air cover through automated marketing so that they can accelerate their listings. We are right for somebody who wants to build a systematic listings business. Now, if you've done some farming in the past, it's all great. If you have not done any farming, what we can do for them as well is at least put them in the right direction and give them automated marketing. But we cannot teach them the basic skills of trying to build relationships. But I think all agents know how to do that, that's why they're in the business. So if they know how to be a salesperson, we can take the marketing off their plate. So in a nutshell, I think it's good for everybody. It's good for fresh agents who are just getting off on the listing side of the business, or for people that are seasoned and established in a farm. Many of those agents buy SmartZip, not just for their farm, but they're trying to enter a new farm. So they go off and choose a new territory where they're trying to build dominance. Typical agent takes about 4 to 5 years to start really establishing any presence in a market. We can cut that process down. We can accelerate that to 2 or 3 years, or even faster than that. Brokers use it too. We have a number of broker customers that have maybe 5 to 10, 20 agents in their office. The broker pays for the system, or maybe pays half and the agents pay half. They're different models. So and then they hold the agents accountable. So they distribute the leads out or the territories out to the 10 agents in their office, and they're monitoring agents and how they're following up with the program and following up on the leads. When the deal does close, broker can now take a bigger split on the back end. So for a broker, the value proposition is tremendous. They can control the outcome by putting the right agents on the job. They can command a bigger split on the back end, and they control the territory, right? So now if the agent leaves, the broker owns the territory. They don't take the territory with them. So it's great for brokers as well. We have, I would say 80-20, we have 80% of our customers are perhaps agents or single agents or teams of agents, but we have a growing base of broker customers as well. They can click on the mobile app and dive into the homeowner's details and the home details. So as they're trying to strike a conversation, they'll know that this person has lived in the house 5 years, they've just came in the money, they just got some equity, or they have 2 kids, and the kids are in the 10 to 15 age range, they may be going off to college in the next 2 years, whatever. So we can give them data at their fingertips so that, as they're having the conversation, they can make a much more informed strike a conversation. The other piece of the data is that in the mobile app, they will know that this homeowner responded to marketing. So they'll know that this person came to my website, SmartZip website, 5 times versus 1 time versus never. So that will also tell them that which homeowners are much more engaged in the process, and those are the hotter leads, right? So you want to focus on everybody, but focus on these guys a lot more than the rest of them.